Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Italy, Rich swims frantically toward Brooke, who has been tossed unceremoniously into the Mediterranean and is floating, alarmingly still. On his boat, Nick is out cold. Rich grabs the unconscious Brooke and drags her over to another watercraft, where a man helps him pull her up out of the water. At the Forrester mansion, Donna and Katie panic over the idea of Nick possibly proposing. Out of nowhere, the blonde gets a feeling that something bad could happen to their sister. They realize Brooke hasn't been posting, and hope she's okay back in Italy. All the fans who predicted Ridge would give Brooke CPR are proven correct as he covers her mouth with his own. And then pumps on her chest, pleading, "Come on." In her mind, Brooke sees the light. Then she's walking on a beach toward Ridge, who's dressed all in white, and throws her arms around him. Back in reality, she coughs up some seawater and comes back to life to find her ex looking down at her. Naturally, Ridge kisses her. At the Forrester mansion, Katie and Donna gush about Ridge and Brooke's love for the umpteenth time, while across the world, Ridge vows he'll never take Brooke for granted again. "I'll make it right," he tells her. "We'll make this right." At Bill's place, Hope and Liam apparently have nothing else to talk about as they recap that he had a life-threatening brain tumor for the gazillionth time. Liam marvels that he has a new lease on life, thanks to Dr. Buckingham. He wonders how he can ever repay her for curing the impossible. At that very moment, Finn is laying into Grace in her office for telling Liam he had brain cancer so she could charge $1 million for fake experimental surgery. Stating the obvious, Finn declares that he's shocked. He asks his colleague to think of what he's put Liam and his loved ones through. Grace shrugs that he really did have a brain bleed before pleading that she was desperate. Finn demands to hear the whole story. Grace tells Finn this is all down to Reese and his gambling debts. She explains that bookies were stalking her and her daughters. She paid them some of the money, but didn't know where to get the rest. After realizing Liam was a Spencer, she gave him medication that induced his problematic symptoms. All she wanted to do was get him to agree to the treatment. Finn rubs his head as she complains that the Luna shooting threw a wrench into her plan, but when Finn saved Liam, she went for it. Grace begs Finnegan to understand. At Bill's, Hope and Liam rehash Reese Buckingham stealing their daughter and the dark circumstances surrounding the painful deception. They're glad he's behind bars. Clearly he's not, as he's been out and about making bad bets. Having no idea what's going down across town, Liam declares that Grace is an angel. Hope agrees, she's a saint. Back at the hospital, Finn rails at Grace for deceiving Liam and conning him too. She's caused agony and emotional pain. Grace tries, but Liam's fine. Finn can't believe she'd do this after what her ex-husband did to Liam and Hope. She sold her integrity for $1 million. After Finn admits he hasn't shared his suspicions with anyone else yet, Grace wheedles, "We can handle this, the two of us." He can't believe she's asking him to keep her secret. Grace had no choice but to fight for her girls. "I am begging you, Finn, forgive me." The secret that could shatter everything. Grace sat trembling in the softly lit Forrester living room, her fingers clenched tightly in her lap. The moment she had dreaded for weeks had finally come. Finn was standing before her, his eyes kind but serious, waiting to hear the truth. Her secret weighed on her like a stone tied to her heart, a secret that, if revealed, could destroy everything she had fought for. Her reputation, her future, and most of all, the fragile trust she had just begun to rebuild with Finn. "Finn," Grace began, her voice barely above a whisper, "there's something I have to tell you, something horrible." Finn's brow furrowed. "Whatever it is, Grace, I'm here. You can tell me." Tears welled in her eyes. She swallowed hard. "It's about Luna." Finn's expression instantly hardened. "What about Luna?" Grace shook her head. "I made a terrible mistake. Before I met you, before all of this, I did something. Something I regret with all my heart. I lied to the police about Luna. I covered up for someone dangerous. I hid the truth. And now it's eating me alive. Finn's jaw clenched. Grace, why didn't you tell me sooner? I was scared. Scared that if you knew, you'd never look at me the same way. That you'd leave. I wanted to protect you, and Luna. Finn paced, the weight of her confession pressing down on the room. Grace, this is serious. If what you're saying is true, it could ruin Luna's chance at freedom and put her back in danger. Grace's voice cracked. I know, and I'm so sorry. Please, please don't tell anyone. Not yet. Give me a chance to fix this. I need your help. Finn's eyes softened, but the hurt was unmistakable. You should have trusted me. But I want to believe you're trying to do the right thing now. Grace's relief was palpable. She reached for his hand, gripping it with desperation. Thank you, Finn. You won't regret it. I promise. Finn nodded slowly. Okay, but this stays between us. For now. Ridge finds Brooke, and a flicker ignites. Meanwhile, across the estate, Ridge Forrester was walking briskly through the Forrester Creations building. His heart was heavy with worry. Brooke had been distant lately, her sparkle dimmed by recent troubles, especially with Bill's betrayal and her own health scare. Ridge knew he couldn't stand by and watch her fall apart. He found her in the sunroom, staring blankly out the window, lost in her thoughts. Brooke, Ridge said softly, stepping beside her. You've been quiet. More than usual. Brooke turned slowly, her eyes red from tears she tried to hide. It's been hard, Ridge. Everything feels like it's falling apart. Ridge's heart ached. You don't have to face it alone. Brooke managed a weak smile. I felt so alone. Ridge reached out, gently taking her hand. Not anymore. For a moment, time stood still as they looked at each other. The past and present colliding in their shared history and hope for the future. I want to be here for you, Brooke, not just as your friend, but as a man who loves you. Brooke's breath caught. I've missed us. Ridge smiled, his eyes shining. Then let's stop missing and start living together. They moved closer, a tentative embrace blossoming into a passionate kiss, a promise rekindled. Grace's desperate plan. Back with Grace and Finn, the weight of the secret still loomed. Grace knew time was running out. We have to act before Sheila finds out, Grace said urgently. She's already suspicious. If she gets to Luna first, everything will be lost. Finn nodded grimly. What's your plan? Grace swallowed hard. I need to come clean to the police, but I can't do it alone. I need your support, Finn. Finn's jaw tightened. You're putting a lot on the line. I don't care. I need to do what's right, for Luna, for us. Finn looked into her eyes and saw the raw determination there. Okay, I'm with you. Together, they prepared to face the storm, a battle for truth, justice, and love. Ridge and Brooke's new beginning. At the same time, Ridge and Brooke's newfound closeness was becoming the talk of the office. Donna noticed, stepping into the room with a knowing smile. Looks like the old flame's flickering again. Brooke laughed softly. Maybe it's more than a flicker. Ridge grinned. I'm ready to reignite this flame, for good. Brooke looked at him, hope and vulnerability shining through. Me too. The secret revealed, but loyalty holds. The day came when Grace and Finn sat with the police, Grace admitting everything, her voice trembling but clear. It was me. I hid the truth to protect Luna. I was wrong. The detective nodded solemnly. Thank you for your honesty. It will help with the investigation. Finn squeezed Grace's hand, pride and relief washing over him. Afterwards, outside, Sheila appeared, sharp-eyed and furious. You betrayed me, Grace. Grace stood tall, no longer afraid. I did what was right. Sheila snarled, but the battle lines were drawn. Later, Ridge and Brooke shared a quiet moment in the Forrester garden. Whatever comes next, Brooke, I'm not going anywhere. Brooke smiled through tears. I'm ready to fight for us. Ridge pulled her close. Together. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Boldy and BEAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.